Greetings, dear viewers. I'm Coil Quickcard, and welcome back to Chrono Trigger. As I promised, we're going to start by showing off the other prizes that you can get from the fair. So let's hope that maybe he asks me where Piet is. You. Perfect. Okay. So we got a Poyozo doll. And now the much tougher job of trying to beat this game. Okay, left arm, right arm, left, and surprise. I got this. Okay, laugh. Surprise. Left. And it just keeps going, and it keeps getting faster. So I have to keep my focus. That time it actually missed an input, and I very nearly failed. Okay. Got it. I'll send this doppeldoll to Chrono's house. Alright. So, as I had mentioned before, this guy here, when you initially start the game, actually has a very good record of telling you which person will actually win the race. That does not appear to be the case here in the Steam version. But, in either case, once you get back from the Middle Ages, this guy seems to give you a random response. It does not seem to correlate any further to the actual result. So here is our cat, and our other cat. We can say hi to our mom. And upstairs in the bedroom, we can find our stuff. So we have the Poyozo doll, and we have this doll that can just pose itself in different chrono poses. Every single character, if you have them at the front of your party, and that is not possible until much later in the game. Up until then, Chrono is always locked to the first position. But whoever's in the first position and plays that game, every single one of them can win their own doll and their own music box that plays, like, you know, a music associated with them. And everybody gets their stuff kept in, well, what is roughly their house. Definitely questionable for a couple of them. If you replay those games and win them again, any of the 3 games at the fair, you get cat food, of which we currently have none. So, I'm sure Mom's gonna take care of them. We have to go and take a princess home. But yeah, you get cat food, which actually affects endings. I'll get into that eventually. But the first thing we're actually gonna do is take a stop by Luca's house. Reducing the form factor of a bipedal robot without compromising balance is tougher than I thought. Oh, Chrono, hurry up and escort the princess back to the castle. And we can come up here for a brief scene. Tabin comes home to go see his wife. I bought you this apple with what we earned today. Oh, you're so thoughtful. Aw, you're a good man, Tabin. Yep, once again, we're not gonna be seeing Mom out of that chair for a long while. Yeah. Oh, Luca's friends. Yes, we are Luca's friends. Alright, enough of that. Let's take Marl home. Luckily, it's very easy to actually navigate through the forest without getting into any fights, once you get nice and comfortable with the movement. Princess Nadia! Are you alright? Where on earth have you been? We'd heard you were abducted. We had soldiers combing the entire kingdom for you. You, back there! You're the one, are you? Thought you'd kidnap the princess? No, Chrono only... Seize him! Seize the filthy terrorist! He deceived our princess and plotted to overthrow the crown! No, you mustn't! I feel like this is a little premature. Stop this right now! Oh, right, I'm not doing her voice. Stop this right now! What are you fools doing? But Her Highness the Princess said... It doesn't matter what she said! Seize him! Chrono! Feeling more awake today. This is such a beautiful scene. The sprite work is so damn good. This truly, truly looks and feels like a three-dimensional space. I, your Chancellor, shall serve as prosecutor. I, Pierre, represent the defense. Members of the court, I will now bring forth the defendant Chrono, who is charged with the abduction of Princess Nadia. It doesn't look like the friendliest audience. What shall be his fate? To burn at the stake, perhaps? To feel the tickler, or hang upside down? Or shall we employ the guillotine? The choice is yours, good jurors. Now, let us begin. So this whole trial, it includes bits and pieces of stuff that you did when you were first at the fair. And depending on what you did or didn't do, as well as your dialogue choices here in the trial, you can get either no one to think you are guilty, or you can end up with everyone thinking you are guilty. We will first hear the testimony of the defense. Chrono is charged with premeditated abduction of royalty. The question is, how could he be guilty of a crime that never occurred? The prosecution would have you believe that the defendant kidnapped the princess. However, the truth is quite to the contrary. Not only was their meeting a coincidence, but it was the princess herself who asked Chrono if she could join him. Is this true? Who was responsible for initiating contact? Marl was definitely the first one that spoke. Yes, I bumped into her, but unintentional. Are you so certain? Our witnesses say that you were the one who bumped into the princess. Oof! Ouch! Having subdued the princess, the defendant then coerced her into visiting Luca's little sideshow. There were countless witnesses to this. I cannot count above 3. Shortly thereafter, both the princess and the defendant vanished. If that is not criminal abduction, I don't know what is. Several other acts have also been brought to my attention that call the defendant's character into question. Objection! This cannot possibly have any relevance to the case. Care to respond, Chancellor? Chrono's character is at the very core of this case, Your Honor. This evidence will show his testimony cannot be trusted. Honestly, I do think the Chancellor actually has a fair point there. Very well, we have nothing to hide. So, there's a number of events that can take place here. If you eat the old man's lunch, there will be a witness there. The getting the cat back to the girl, or talking to her, trying to get the cat back but giving up, that will affect the girl's testimony. If you grabbed the pendant after bumping into Marl before talking to Marl, that will have a witness. If when Marl wanted to get some candy right before you go to Luca's show, you try to run away with her, there'll be a witness testifying to that. And if you agree to try to sell Marl's pendant to Melchior, there will be a witness to that. So there's actually a lot of things that can change the way this trial goes. But luckily, we have a witness who will vouch for how awesome I am. That man brought me my kitty back. Thank you, mister. How about that? The man before you is a fine, upstanding youth. He deserves to be honored, not put on trial. Whew, looks like they're buying it. So, all the other witnesses, well, almost all the other witnesses would have taken place there. The real issue here is motive. Was there any motive for this good youth to kidnap Princess Nadia? No, there was none. Pardon me, but I believe the motive was quite clear. Greed. Her fortune did tempt you, did it not? So, if you say no here, this is where he will call the witness who will testify if you tried to sell the pendant or if you grabbed the pendant before talking to Marl after bumping into her. But I can honestly say her fortune did not tempt me. Are you sure? You weren't in the least bit tempted? Not at all. Very well. No more questions, Your Honor. I believe it has been made quite evident that my client is a fine and virtuous young man. The defense rests, Your Honor. Members of the jury, it is time for a verdict. If you believe the defendant guilty, stand to the left. Innocent to the right. And let's see how well I did. Can I end up with the unanimous not guilty? Come on. Unfortunately, the crowd doesn't seem to like when I'm declared not guilty. Bit hostile. 4 not guilties already. Not guilty. I would love to see a flowchart of the logic chain that determines all the guilty, not guilty votes. All right. And I think there's always one that votes guilty. But I'm not 100% sure of that, no matter how many times I've played this. Order in the court. A verdict has been reached. The defendant has been found not guilty, but even if he did not kidnap the princess, the fact remains that he aided in her flight from the castle. I sentence the accused to 3 days of solitary confinement as punishment. Honestly, an extremely small sentence. Take him away. Stop! Princess Nadia! That's quite enough, young lady. But, Father! All I asked was for you to remain at the castle and behave like a princess. What's done is done. Even royalty must obey the laws of the land. Leave the rest up to the Chancellor and forget about your little escapade in town. We are through here! Carmelo! Oh, God, this scene is beautiful. Da 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 da. It's just 3 days in solitary, that's fine. This man is a seditionist who meant to overthrow our kingdom. He has been found guilty by trial. I trust him to your care. That doesn't quite sound right. So this is the monster who abducted the princess. His execution is 3 days hence. See that he is still here to attend it. Execution? I don't recall hearing anything about that. No cause for concern. There's only been a small delay in the paperwork. Or do you mean to question me? Never, sir. Guards! Take the prisoner away. Don't quite think it's necessary to bonk me on the head. Alright. So there are two ways to break out of jail. Either you can repeatedly rattle the bars, and then eventually the guards will open up, come in and smack you, and then you smack him back and you run out. But there is another way, and I see that other way a lot less. So I'm going to show off that way. First, we get ourselves nice and healed. And then we just wait. We wait the 3 days. Luckily, it turns out days in this world are very, very fast. 2 days left. There. Had a hangnail that's been bugging me all morning. Just got it off. 1 day until execution. That's a concerning dialogue box. I don't fully understand what that voice is supposed to be. Or that sound effect. Finally, the execution day has arrived. I've come to escort you to the executioner's block. They must think I'm pretty weird that I just stood perfectly I just stood perfectly still staring at a wall for 3 days. Come along. They actually do have a nice, appropriate escort here. This is a pretty messed up prison. That guy even laughs at me. And of course, they just have a guy strapped to the guillotine for some reason. Your sentence will be dispensed by guillotine. Do you have any last words? I mean, this is all kind of messed up, but I do have to admire his professionalism. He never says a word of mockery or derision. He speaks professionally and accurately. Yeah, I think I can respect that guy in blue's demeanor. Chrono, I came to rescue you. What? Brain freeze before I get the voice again. Sorry, but you're sort of in the way. Lights out, boys! Kapow! 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 So, what do you think of my disposable Zonker 38? Pretty cool, huh? Well, we'd better not stick around too long. Let's go! Sweet. We got some bronze armor. Can Luca wear the bronze armor? No, she cannot. Luckily, it doesn't appear Luca killed anyone, just knocked him out. Mid-potion. We're just gonna lock him in there. Help me, please! Yeah, I'll free you from the guillotine. Don't worry, bro, I got you. Thank you, that was close. I'm Fritz. My father runs the market in Truce. Stop by if you're ever in the area. Rather casual about this, aren't you? So, you can either fight the guards and beat them during your escape, Or you can sneak up behind them and knock them unconscious. If you knock them unconscious and interact with them, you get a mid potion for every guard. I tried to sneak up on this one, but it didn't work. So now we're going to just backtrack a bit and grab ourselves a bit of treasure. There's actually some really good treasure to be found here in the prison. Meanwhile, Luca just ran in here with a gun and started shooting people. Can't say I blame her. They have a pretty messed up justice system, apparently. Okay. There we go. I think this one doesn't open all the way. Nope. But you can see over there on the left that there's a hole in the wall. What we need to do is get to a higher point and then climb down on the outside of the prison in order to reach that hole in the wall. It leads to the best treasure in this whole dungeon. Also, I just think it's kind of convenient to get to run through this whole dungeon with Luca helping you. Sometimes you'll run across these enemies as well. Sometimes they peek out from behind their shield, and when they do, that's when you can hit them for huge amounts of damage. While they hide behind the shields, they are exceedingly resilient and difficult to kill. Alright, so we can knock this guy out from behind. No mid potion there. But we do find a treasure room, so we got an ether, mid potion, and ether. And a big, heavily armored man. So you're the ones gone slipped in cell, huh? Sir? Have I introduced you to my friend, Firewhirl? Ah. Well, how about my new Wind Slash? 0. Okay. So I'm going to assume that this guy is just immune to elemental damage, since Wind Slash is actually a light elemental attack. I've seen a lot of people play this game and get a bit confused about the elemental system. They don't pay me enough for this. Smart man. So there are 4 elements in the game. 5 if you count physical as its own element, which basically isn't. So this is where we started. This door also only opens halfway. So there's light, shadow, fire, and water. Lightning and light both qualify as light magic. So Chrono's lightning, as well as his Wind Slash, his, what's it called? Luminaire. Those are all light or lightning elemental attacks. Then you've got, Marl and Frog. One's got ice and one has water magic. They both count as the same. They are indistinguishable from each other in any mechanical sense. They both count as water and or ice. And then, of course, there's physical attacks. And some physical attacks, like Techs, are also further distinguished from being just normal attacks. And if you're really precise, you can actually just run right through these guys. I think it was a little less confusing in the original SNES version, where Chrono's element was specifically described as lightning, and everything referencing light magic just referenced it as lightning instead. Here, I've seen multiple people play through this game and get kind of slipped up on the lack of distinction between light and lightning. And there is the best weapon in this whole place, a silver sword, which takes me from 29 to 32 attack. Not a massive increase, but it is pretty good. I really like how this dungeon is designed. Like, it's very simple, but getting that last piece of treasure really does require, like, putting in a real effort to find it. Alright. And apparently Luca knocked out this guy as well. But we get a mid-potion, or more specifically, 5 of them. A classified document has been left lying on the floor. Yes, let's read it. Dragon Tank Design Specifications. Attention, Warden of the Guardia Castle Prisons. The head of the tank is equipped with the capacity to repair damage done to the body, an ingenious marvel of engineering. The head has also been enhanced with a shield to prevent damage by lightning and fire, leaving it vulnerable only to attacks with weapons such as swords and pistols. In short, your tank should be effectively invincible, provided no crazed lunatic gets the bright idea to run up and try to hack away at its head with a sword. The Guardia Royal Arms Commission. Well, I think we should get the bright idea to run up and hack away at its head with a sword. One quick shelter to prepare ourselves, and one save. Because I don't think I'm going to have any trouble beating this boss, but you never know. What was that? Oh, it's beautiful. Love that sprite work. Forward, Dragon Tank! Crush those conspirators! I mean, at this point I am pretty objectively a criminal. Alright, let's get that damage out on the head. We need to get as much damage on the head as fast as possible. So we're just gonna have to sit here and soak up some of this damage it's doing to us right away. Oof. Oh yeah, that's an important crit. Come on, come on, come on, take the head down. Getting real low. Okay, head's down. Alright, good. One mid-potion on each. They heal 200, so we're back at full. Is that... is that last missile kind of glitching? The original game did not have a widescreen like visual ratio, so I really do think that the converting it to a more modern widescreen ratio makes a few things show up that you're not really supposed to see. It does mess it up a little bit, but not a lot. Alright, we can soak that. We can do another round of mid-potions after this. The important thing is that we're getting off that damage. Oh, it's down. Luca has learned Hypno Wave. And damn, is that a good shot right there. My dragon tank! Fix it, quickly! Yeah, so about that. What a beautiful scene. Don't fool yourselves into thinking you'll get away with this! We got a shelter. They're escaping. We have no choice. We'll just have to try to plow through. Run, 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 run. They won't do anything if they actually catch you. They just sort of stand in your way. Stop that right now. Princess Nadia. That man is my friend, and you would treat him as such. But, Your Highness, you refuse to obey my orders? No, forgive me, my lady. Hold it right there. I somehow got down from the tower. On your knees. His Grace King Guardia the 33rd comes before you. Father! Silence, Nadia. Your duties come before your whims. You are a princess before all else. No, I'm not. I'm a person first, and a princess second. All of these little excursions of yours outside the castle seem to be having a bad influence on you. It's not influence, it's common sense. Nadia! I can't live in this stupid castle anymore. I'm leaving. Oh my god. You can take your damn dress. Princess Nadia. Come on, Chrono. And that other girl, I didn't bother learning your name. Don't just stand there after them. Oh, Nadia. There they are. Don't lose them. There's nowhere left to run. Come along quietly. Yeah, so we can't go that way. So we're going to have to go this way. Looks like a dead end. A gate. Come on. Come on. No. Come on. We have no idea where it'll take us. We might not even be able to get back. Who cares? Anywhere better than here. Why am I so bad at keeping that voice consistent? Princess Nadia! I mean, we don't have much of a choice. This is totally irrational, you know. Hurry, Chrono! Alright. See ya! They disappeared! That's gonna be a hell of a lot of paperwork he's gonna have to fill out. Eek! Ow! There's no way the Chancellor can get us here. But where are we? The civilization here seems pretty advanced. It almost looks like we're in another world. Oh my god, that's so cool. A curious crest is engraved here, and a mysterious force seals it shut. What is with this error that we keep getting, where it turns off my auto run? That's so weird. Alright. Well, the world looks like this now. That's not great. So we came from Bangor Dome. And we can come down here to Trandome. Got any cash? Absolutely. This stuff real? Never seen money like this before. Oh well, I have some good stuff for you. So we do have a new gun for Luca. We can also get iron suits and iron helms for everybody. If I just keep saving up money, someday it'll come in handy. That's what I tell myself anyway. Perfect. Okay. Iron helm, iron suit. Pocket blaster, iron helm, iron suit. Iron helm, iron suit. There should still be some food at Arisdome to the northeast, if you can get through Site 16 alive. The specters that haunt that place can't be harmed by weapons like guns or blades. Truce? Never heard of a dome by that name. This is Trandome. If you're looking for food, you won't find any here. Kingdom? Chancellor? Has the hunger driven you mad? This is an Innertron. You get a full night's sleep in a few seconds, but it won't do a thing for your hunger. It does a bit more than that. It seems to be a device that is fully capable of healing grievous wounds. But you're still just as hungry as before. It seems that this machine is basically capable of keeping anyone alive, but doesn't do anything to stop them from starving to death. And the weaker someone gets from not eating, doesn't matter. As long as there's one person left standing to drag the rest into the Innertron, it'll keep them all alive. Until the day they give up. It's honestly pretty damn messed up. So, Luca learned a new thing. She learned Hypno Wave. Hypno Wave can put enemies to sleep when it feels like working, which it often doesn't. Honestly, inflicting status effects in this game is really unnecessary and usually utterly ineffective. But that's okay. I still want to make sure I show off them all. Luca and Marl leveled up. If you touch a rat, it'll steal a potion, which is not really all that concerning to me, considering that I'm now at the point where I'm getting mid potions. This is a new enemy type. These are craters. We really need to take out this flower. Alright, flower's down. Nice crit, that'll definitely kill. I like the ruins. The rat will not steal a potion if it just touches you. You have to be moving at the same time that you touch it. So it's actually pretty easy not to lose your stuff to that. And going through all that trouble to get the silver sword in the prison is honestly a bit redundant, because you can get one from that chest right there. But the big difference is that it gives you the silver sword against the dragon tank, and honestly, against the dragon tank, especially if you're newer at this game, every little bit truly helps against that thing. There is a reason the game just hands you 5 mid potions before you fight the dragon tank. Marl's got her Aura Whirl ability, or her Aura. Nice basic heal. And Aura Whirl is just Aura but applied to the entire group, along with a nice pretty rainbow. I am going to be showing off every single double and triple tech as I go through this game. Perfect. Chrono levels up. So, now that Chrono has learned Wind Slash, there's actually nothing else that he will learn automatically. Same for Luca, who's now learned Hypno Wave. Marl is still waiting to learn her second technique, Allure. Whoop. Don't mind me. Excuse me. Thank you. Ooh, Silver Bow. Yes! From 9 attack to 20. We have more than doubled my attack stat. It did it again. I think I may have isolated what caused that to happen, though. No, okay, maybe not. It's just a weird thing for it to do. It's a little unclear exactly what these ruins were, but given the ruined cars on them, I assume that they may have at one point been, like, roads, highways. Good, good. Got one more flower we gotta kill while a squid sucks on Luca's head. And generally, it's a bad idea to let anything with tentacles get too close to you. You know, if you're in any form of Japanese-sourced media. Good. Marl's gonna learn Allure in no time. We're just gonna skip that. Excuse me. So these are the specters that the NPC in the dome had mentioned. And indeed, you cannot hit them with regular attacks. And if you try to go for physical attacks, they will also miss. Against enemies like this, you have to use elemental sources of damage. So that means, in this case, Flamethrower, but also Wind Slash, since Wind Slash is a light elemental tech. Not really too much of a threat. Grab this treasure. We have a few more ghosty boys. This time they're a bit more spread out. These two... Yes, now they are close enough that Luca can get 2 of them with 1 Flamethrower. And 1 Wind Slash to finish up the group. Just that simple. And even more of them. Oh. I almost had all 3 of them lined up at once. That's okay, Luca's got this. Not bad, not bad. And there's also these enemies here. The mutants. The term mutant really does apply that at one time these were some other kind of living creature. But it's a little hard to really parse what they may have mutated from. Of course, the most disturbing possibility is that maybe they used to be human. Alright! We made it across the Site 16. Luca's just gonna sit and read a book. Chrono's gonna do his jumping jacks. And I will see you all on the next one.